I don't know if you can hear that pip, pip, pipping, but they're oyster catchers. Rather nice metal detecting with oyster catchers. Lovely day. And I'm sorry if I'm sounding really snuffly. I've got terrible hay fever. I get it badly anyway, but at the moment, this year has been really, really bad for it. And actually, this morning it's not too bad, but can you hear the oyster catchers? Look, just behind me now. Beautiful. Just found a lovely little Roman coin. Believe it or not, I was in two minds whether to dig it. You would now, but it sounded just like the cartridges I've been digging up so far. I haven't been here very long, so it's a really nice start, this. And it's really easy digging too. I'm not sure it's not one of the girls with that hairstyle, but it's in very nice condition. It's a really nice start. Hooray, I'm back on what I'm used to. Nice, easy digging, cultivated land. You can keep your pasture. No, I love metal detecting on pasture. It's a nice, it makes a difference for me. But I prefer this, I must say. Well, that was a bit odd. Apart from that one little Roman bronze, I found nothing in that field. Nothing at all. So I'm gonna leave it. It was lovely digging. It was really, really nice field to be on. But I've got plenty more opportunities today, and I'm not going to waste time on a field I don't think is producing anything bar one Roman coin. Poor old Task, I'm afraid, is on his lead at the moment. I don't know the land well enough here, and I don't want him getting lost or running away. But he had a really good run as we were scouting, and I'll give him a little run later when I'm in a place with more room. Okay, Task, I'm afraid you have to stay here. Sit. Right, let's keep going. God, I don't know if you can hear that, but there are some air bases near here. But that's a hell of a rumbling. Good God. That's probably a rifle round or something similar. It's a very belly clear sound. Of course, there's a cartridge, they're full of them here. Big shooting country. But I have just found this, it's very ornate. I mean, it looks like a furniture fitting of sorts. Gosh, or maybe part of a clock or something. It's an urn. It's a bronze urn. It only looks to have, it looks to be cast, and I can't see quite where it would have fitted. It's a sort of half a finial, perhaps. A Georgian, if anyone can help with that. Jolly nice and quite unusual. Well, there are certainly some bits and pieces here. And that's quite a nice sound any day of the week. I mean, if it's a little on the bright side, so it's probably a cartridge or something. Gosh, it's so nice, this sound. Rifle round. Every time we try something live, it's exact. Anyhow, let's have a look at the other thing I've just found. It's always a case of let's have a look at the other thing I just found at the moment, but this is really nice. And I wish I'd dug this live, but it gave that sort of dull, coppery sound that you think sometimes, I can't be bothered. but we must always bother in those. It's more likely to be something good with a slightly duller sound than it is if it's really bright, where it's going to be more often than not a big rifle shell. But this is completely charming. It's a little strap end with the, I can't remember exactly what it's called, the metal bit which is, I mean, that's really quite early, I think. And it looks to be silvered. I mean, that's made my day. I'm not sure what date it is, but I really like that. Gosh, that rumbling. Right, I'm going to have to keep a real eye on him because the road's not that far away. It's going to have to be good. Tasky! You're getting hot, aren't you? Good to have him back out. And he's going to be brilliant, this dog. He's going to be a real cracker. But at the moment he's very naughty and rather disobedient, but he's getting better by the day. And I know he's going to be a good one. He's just a bit of a killer. Just wants to chase and kill and eat things. Tasky, come on. Nice having Tasks out again, even though I've got to keep a real eye on him. You can't completely relax if I've got him on land. I don't know very well, but anyway. Ah, I thought that was another coin. It's a button. Ooh, nice and round. But I have just found what I think is must be a spindle wall. And that looks like it's got some age to it. Quite nice. So it might be quite a good little spot, this. Hey, Task. No. Come on, don't dig up the onions. No, leave them. Good boy. I've just dug up quite a nice Charles II, I think, copper coin in really good condition, and then this. Okay, it's got a nice sharp edge to it, or sharper, but it's also very cartridgey as well, and I'm finding a lot of cartridges here, but it's not, it's a hammered coin, I can see it. I poked it out with a pinpoint, it was just in the edge there. And here it is. Hooray, let's have a look at you. I mean, that's quite dull sounding, not... Well, you'd always dig it, wouldn't you? But I mean, it does sound very like all the rubbish I've been digging. Right, it's an Edward of sorts. Don't really recognise that writing. It's a long cross. I haven't come across that sort of lettering much before. It's very clear. Civitas. Cantor, I think. It's a Canterbury. It's in quite nice condition too. I'm really pleased with that. Hooray! Nice find. A Roman, Charles II, and a nice silver coin. Now this Charles really is, well, they're not in bad condition, the Charleses, I find, but this one's got a lovely green patina on it still. So obviously this ground, this oniony ground, is obviously very good for the coins. Both these are in really nice condition. Well, one thing about being amongst all these onions is at least it keeps me away from all that grass. But doing really... Tasky, hey, that's not our onions. Come here. Leave it, no. Sit. Good boy, stay there. At least it's keeping me off that grass. My hay fever, I'm really suffering it this year. As I was saying with that Charles coin we found, Tasky, no. We found a real nice mix today, including a little 17th century token, I think. And again, it's come out absolutely mint. Usually these tokens and the rose farthings that I find, I mean, are really in really bad nick generally. This one's absolutely stunning. I don't know which one it is or who it belongs to. I mean, look at that, absolutely cracking. You can probably see more of it than I can right at the minute, but we'll have a look at it later. Back to headquarters with it. It's nice to be back. I've been whizzing around rather a lot recently. This all looks a bit cumbersome, but I'm hoping it will enable me to look through the magnifying glass while you see it at the same time, in real time, as it were. Anyway, I just want to look quickly at 3 of the coins we found. The first was, or rather, the first is, I'm pretty sure, a Theodora. It's certainly House of Constantine, and therefore I can't really think who else it might be. I think I can see an AE or at the end of that. And I can't make out the goddess or deity or whoever it might be, Victory, even it might be winged Victory, holding a staff by the look of it and a cornucopia. I can't find anything at the moment with Theodora and that on the other side, but I haven't done a massive amount of research yet. But that's jolly nice. I love these little bronzes. It's in really good condition. The coins that came out of that ground are in really good condition. Nice to find stuff coming out of the ground in good nick, including this hammered, which along with Theodora I put on the Detecting Hub website. And the response as of publication was that that was probably Theodora, so that's good, and that this is an Edward I. I got quite excited at the time about the lettering, but I don't suppose there's anything particularly special. It was just very prominent as it came out of the ground. I can't really make out a crown on that, particularly to go by, even though you can see a few of the points that come out there. Definitely Edward, and definitely Canterbury Mint. You can see the can and the tor there. So that's quite nice. I'm pleased with that. But the one I'm most pleased about is this 17th century token. I'll try and get it in the light for you. In the late 17th century, there were thousands of people issuing tokens like this, mainly because of, I believe, the fact that there just basically wasn't enough money around. This was not legal currency, but you could redeem it for goods and stuff. And I think once the people who were taking these tokens in had enough, then there were places they could go to redeem it for silver or cash, I believe. But this one is absolutely mint. It's Will Brewster, it says, and his initials, B and then the WP. And on the other side, very, very clearly, it says of Brandon, which is about 6 or 7 miles away from where I was detecting. So that will, sadly for me, go straight back to the landowner, because it is of, you know, really good historical importance as a local, you know, which is very local to the area.
This, I think, is quite rare. It's certainly rare having them in this condition. I mean, we dig up quite a lot of rose farthings and, you know, other copper tokens like this, and I've never found one like this before. I mean, I'm really thrilled with that. And I hope that the camera can give you some idea of what a good thing it is. Anyway, I'll hang on to it for another week or so before giving it back. Yeah, so thank you very much. Here endeth the lesson.
Task? No. But yeah, it's a really nice one. It's quite hard going here. I mean, there's not stuff everywhere, but what there is really nice. Well, we haven't had the quantity of finds today, but I've got to say, I rarely found 4 coins, each almost a perfect example of what they are in one outing. I'm really pleased with that. And even though the pasture in the West Country was really good fun, I like being back on my cultivated land, I must say. It's just lovely being out. I know we always say that, but it's true. It's just lovely being out on a day like this. Unfortunately, I haven't been as sneezy as I thought I might be. And it's good having this one back too. So thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.